to have a conversation with the little cunt because he keeps telling me what I'm doing in the fucking bedroom. I'm gonna fucking take a shovel to your fucking head, piece of shit. Mind your fucking business. You're just clicking by one day at a time, and now you're watching Labyrinth, and I'm running my fucking mouth. Gonna get a shovel over my head. You ruined everything. You ruined all the pussies because every time you bring up a bitch, you got these little scumbags chasing them around porn sites, putting their dick in, trying to razzle dazzle little girls and run their fucking mouth. Nobody gives a fuck. Get off my fucking TV. Get off my fucking internet, you piece of shit. And just like we had Lord Duncan and Sal Canavo and people like that, Elvis definitely had his little mafia. I would not cross that motherfucker in a million years. If Elvis wanted you dead, he had the power to fucking do it at the drop of a fucking hat. And, well, because I said about John Giuseppe, Johnny Thunders was no, I don't think he was mob connected either. And I didn't say Danzig was, but he sure used a lot of mafia terms. If you look, and he wrote about a lot of mafia shit. I wouldn't. I don't think it's anything he would ever admit, but I definitely think he knew he had his roots deep in Italian shit. Because I mean, he's more Italian than me. If you look at it, it definitely looks mafia to me. I used to show the shit to my grandmother and my mother, and they would identify shit and be like, hmm. But I think what I was trying to say all those years ago is that Glenn Danzig had a connection to a guy named George Germain, and I actually don't even remember the story, but George Germain was an elder guy who helped him out a little bit with certain shit, and I think it might have been through Bobby Steele. Bobby was telling me about George Germain, and he might have. I don't. I have a hard time remembering now, but he might have been like he might have worked. He might have been in World War II or worked at a Nazi camp or something. But he was definitely um a guy who helped out the Misfits, and all the clubs they played at were definitely run by the mafia. But yeah, probably not. Probably not. But I mean, usually when you have kids like that, and no, I don't think he was. But Elvis definitely did have a little. He definitely did have a little brotherhood there. I would not cross that motherfucker in a million years. Elvis came, went, did as he fucking pleased, and nobody said shit about it. You know, Elvis had the power to buy a pharmacy if his drug habit got too bad. He could buy whatever he fucking wanted, take a fucking plane. He's like, I want drugs tonight. I'll get on a plane and fly to you. Elvis had a lot of power. I wouldn't cross that motherfucker in a million fucking years. Some people did. Some people did. They used to fuck with Elvis's mind. They used to come and heckle him at shows when he was in Vegas. He didn't want to do Vegas anymore as a result because Elvis got into it with his karate instructor. He tried and he did fuck Elvis's little girl. Elvis Elvis naturally did not like that. Elvis contemplated. He made a couple phone calls and he was gonna whack out the karate instructor, but he decided against it. But that it was a phone call away with Elvis. That to me is mafios. He definitely had a little mafia there, you know. But that's what I said all those years ago. But you can't have a conversation because this little piece of shit wants to fucking yell and scream when I'm doing in my bed. I want to jerk my dick all day. You piece of shit. I can't come enough, and I got to do it with this piece of shit staring at me. You're watching one day at a time. You're watching Labyrinth. What are you doing? What are you doing? You fucking scumbag. I'm trying to get mine. I'm trying to get these nuts. You piece of shit. Definitely can't have a mother. But Michael Francis that's a fucking gentleman. You ever see him fuck up once in all these videos? And Sammy the Bull too. He's one of my favorites. He always was. That's Nick. When I look at him, I love Sammy. I love John Gotti too. I loved him. But you never see Mike Franzese fuck up ever. Perfect fucking gentleman. Perfect motherfucking gentleman. Never catch him fucking up. A true man's man. A definite man. Make no motherfucking mistake about it. Never saw him fuck up. Not once in all these fucking years. Hats off to Michael. He's a definite man's man, an elder and a real good looking motherfucker of his age. I don't look that good now, and he's got some gorgeous daughters too. Respectfully, he's a good fucking man. But Chris Rosa didn't he? Chris Bastard, Chris Rosa doesn't he? Wasn't he the quintessential biker motherfucker? Wasn't didn't own a bike or nothing, but him and his brother were definite fucking bikers. But he was a good friend to me, and he was a nice guy. He just couldn't play that fucking bass. That's all. But that's what made me think about it. And that biker patch, yeah, that means everything too. You know? Yeah, but you can't have no conversation. This dude's trying to ruin everything. Trying to razzle dazzle pussy all these years and snake in there. I want some of that. What if I sent a video and what if?